Good morning, students. In today's class of managing change in organization, we'll start with a new topic, that is key roles in organizational change. In the previous classes, we have studied about what is organizational change, what are the various types of organizational change, and we have also studied about what are the various forces of change. The forces of change are of two types: the internal forces of change and external forces of change. The internal forces of change are those factors that are under the direct control of the organization, and the organization can utilize these forces in order to implement or be impacted by these forces and can implement the organizational change. When it comes to the external forces of change, these are those factors of change which are not directly under the control of the organization. The organization changes or implements change as a reaction or a response to the changes in the external forces of change. Before moving on and understanding the process of organizational change, we have to understand what are the various key roles in organizational change. This is important to understand because we can understand when we are implementing a structured organizational program in an organization, we have to create certain key roles which will be headed by certain key people or team who will be responsible for implementing and executing the organizational change in the organization. So we have to first understand the various key roles in organizational change. So let us start today's topic: key roles in organizational change. Organizational change is a collaborative effort, and to implement it smoothly, several roles come into play. That means that when we are speaking about organizational change, this organizational change is not an individual effort, is not a solitary effort, but is a collaborative effort, and it has to be implemented and executed. If you want that this to be implemented and executed smoothly, then there are several roles that come into picture, that come into play, that we have to pay attention to. In change programs at enterprise level, teams should be divided up into important organizational change roles. When at the enterprise level or at the organizational level, or at when the change is made at the complete organization-wide change, the organization, there should be particular team should be identified, and this team should be given important organizational change roles, because these people will be responsible for managing and implementing the change smoothly in the organization. So it is very important. In a properly structured organizational change program, there will be a few essential roles for managing the organizational change. This organizational change has to be in a structured way if we want that our organizational change initiative will succeed or will be implemented successfully. So when we are talking about a properly structured organizational change program, then there will be certain few essential roles that is required to be identified so that we can manage the organizational change in the organization. However, this organizational change roles may vary depending on few factors. We'll understand 2 to 3 factors which will have impact on the roles of key roles in the organizational change. So what are the factors? The first factor is the size of the organization. Smaller organizations may require the same person to take on multiple roles. Sorry. And a large enterprise, on the other hand, may have dedicated teams for each function. So when we are implementing or change in an organization that is smaller in size, is a small organization, the same person has to handle multiple roles, the same person will be in charge of multiple teams because the organization is small and we cannot have multiple roles, and the same person will be doing changing a different hats and doing different roles in order to implement the change in the organization. Whereas when we are talking about a large enterprise where the number of people are more, a few people or a same person cannot handle all the functions on his own, and that is the reason we have to have particularly dedicated teams for each and every function to see that the change is smoothly and properly implemented in various functions. So the size of the organization has an impact on the is one of the factors that is impacting the number of roles, key roles in the organizational change. The second factor is the scale of the change project. Small projects will require few personnel than larger projects, which will affect who are involved. When we are implementing a change for a small project or a change that will impact only a small part of the organization, this will require only few people or few personnel, human resources to be involved or to be affected by this change when it is implemented. Whereas when we are talking about organization-wide change, large projects, then the whole organization will be impacted and the whole organization will be affected. And that is the reason the whole organization has to be involved in a collaborative way if we want that the change process should be successful. So this is the second factor. The third factor is the type of change project. Depending upon the type of change product, the roles will be changing in organizations. A software or technology adoption project will involve different people and roles than a merger. Because when we are thinking about a change, if we give an example of a change, an initiation or introduction of a new software or technology adoption, the change requirement, the change process will be completely different from the change that will occur due to a merger when two companies merge together. So the change processes will completely be different. The people who will be handling these key roles will be completely different in both the processes since the change process is different in both the cases. So depending upon the change, the type of change project or change initiative we want to bring about in the organization, we have to determine the various roles, the various teams who will be handling that, and that is the reason it is one of the factors that impacts the key roles in organizational change. Once we have understood what is the key roles in organizational change, the need for key roles in organizational change and what are the factors impacting the key roles in organizational change, we have to understand what are the various key roles in organizational change in a descriptive manner. In a broad way, if we divide this, as we have already discussed, that the depending upon the change project, depending upon the size of the organization, depending upon the scale of the project, the organizational changing roles or the roles in the organizational change will keep on changing or will differ. So we don't have a fixed formula. However, we can broadly understand there are six key roles that are important when we are trying to implement organizational change. So we'll be understanding each of these six set one by one in descriptive way in the following slides. Now let us start with the first role in organizational change, that is the change agent. The change agent may be an internal change agent or maybe an external change agent. When we have qualified people who will be able to be the torch bearer of the change, can manage change in the organization, we will be using internal change agents. But when we don't have people who have requisite knowledge, expertise, experience in a particular field in which we want to implement change, then an external change agent is desired and he is given the role of managing the change in the organization. So we'll understand what is the key role of a change agent and what is the various jobs that a change agent will do. The change agent implements the change project itself. So he is the person, he or she is the person who will implement and execute the change project itself. And the change agent is the person responsible for organizing and coordinating the overall change effort. So he is the flag bearer, torch bearer of the change, and this person is responsible for completely organizing and coordinating the various activities that will happen when we are going to make an organizational change. The overall change effort that is going to happen, how we can organize it, what has to be done, what steps to be taken, how to coordinate the various functions, the various departments, and how change can be implemented at the organization level. Organization-wide change can be implemented. This responsibility is on the person, and this person is known as the change agent. He will organize and coordinate the overall change effort that is going to happen in the organization. The change agent role can be filled by different people at different times during the project. The same change agent role can be filled by different people at different times of the project. As we have already discussed, the change agent can be internal or external. So, for example, an outside consultant or an external change agent be the first change agent. After the project plan has been developed and begins implementation, the change agent might be an implementation team comprised of people from the organization. So this is a scenario where the same change agent post will be handled by different people at different times of the change project. So initially an outside consultant is generally approached because he or she has expertise, knowledge, experience in a particular field, is more technical and will able to handle the change effort much more efficiently. But once he organizes and coordinates the complete effort and the project, after the project plan has been completely developed and all the nitty-gritties are completely penned down and the implementation begins, the actual structured organizational program, change program that we have made, that we have penned down, is now implemented in the organization. The role of change, the external change agent is no more required. The internal change agent is required. The change agent might be an implementation team, and this implementation team will be comprised of people from various parts of the organization, various positions in the organization. Why this implementation team is required and why internal change will be preferred? Because these are the people who will actually implement the change in the organization, and the personnel and the human resources should be feel much more convenient and comfortable with this internal people implementation team. That is the reason that initially, even though external change agent is required, later on the implementation team is consisting of the people who will be implementing the change in the organization. And because these people has to continue not only implement and also to see that whether how far the change has been successful or not, what are being the output of the change process, the change effort. So that is the reason this implementation team comprises of people from the organization. So we are now, after understanding what a change agent is, now we should understand what are the various jobs, what are the various roles that a change agent has to do. We'll understand that. The first thing that a change agent has to do is execute and manage the overall project. He will be responsible for executing and managing the overall project. He will handle the actual design and implementation of the change project. The complete blueprint of how the projects will be done, how the project will be implemented, what are the various steps that will be followed, and how this project will be materialized. This actual design and implementation of the project, the overall project, will be conceived by the change agent. So he is responsible for executing and managing the overall project. Not only he will design, but he will also see that he can execute or implement that and also manage the overall change project. That means whenever he finds there is a resistance, whenever the change and find there is certain obstacles or problems in the change process of the change project, then he will manage the overall project and try to remove the obstacles in order to see that the change initiative is properly implemented in the organization. So this is the first role that a change agent has to do. The second role is to coordinate with the change management team, communicate with project managers and ensure the change project can meet deadlines and ensure that all efforts stay in sync with the change project. So in the starting only we have understood that organizational change is a collaborative effort. It is not an individual effort. So the change agent individually cannot bring about organizational change. So he has to coordinate this organizational change effort with the change management team. There will be a change management team, and these people will be working in tandem, in coordination with the change agent in order to implement the change initiative in the organization. And the change agent has to communicate with the various project managers to see that the project is as per the deadlines. They must be divided. The whole change process will be divided, whole change effort will be divided into various stages, and each and every stage, each and every part will have certain deadlines, and these deadlines should be met. And the change agent's role is to see that he will monitor and manage the the project managers and communicate with them in order to see that the change project is meeting the deadlines, and also see that the change efforts are in sync with the change project. That means whatever structured organizational change program, actual design that has been made for implementing change in the organization is actually in sync with what is being done in the organization, how the change is being implemented in the organization. So this coordination, this communication, and this sync, whether it is properly syncing with the original plan or the actual design, that is something that the change agent has to look into. Now, the third thing that a change agent has to do is manage the technical aspects of the project. These include administrative details, resource allocation, budget allocation, scheduling, and much more. So when we are talking about the change project or a change effort, a lot of technical aspects are also related to it. All the administrative details, what are the things that has to be done, what are the various resource allocation, how much resources to be allocated to what department, what is the budget that is required for each department in order to implement that change, how the scheduling of the whole change effort or process or project will be done. All these things, technical aspects of the change project, will be handled and managed by the change agent. He is responsible for the budget allocation, for the administrative details, to look into the administrative details, to see that proper scheduling and proper resource allocation is done. So the overall managing of the change project, the change agent will be the mainly responsible. And the another thing that a change agent has to do, one of the roles that the duties or the job of change agent are, determine the scope and strategy of the change introduction. While designing the change, while making the actual design or blueprint of the structured change program, the change agent has to decide the scope of the change, developing the change management strategy with key stakeholders, training key people to support the change project. So the overall scope, how much the change, how big the change will be, and what are the various strategy that will be implemented, this has to be decided properly, clearly by the change agent, and he can do it and develop the strategy and develop the scope and determine the scope by interacting or communicating with the key stakeholders of the organization. Those people who are having a stake in the organization, the key stakeholders, the change agent will meet them and he will try to explore and determine the scope of the change and what are the various strategies that will be implemented that is required to implement the change, or what are the strategies that will be used in order to implement this change. Apart from that, training will be done by the change agent of key people to support the change project, because whatever strategies that are going to be implemented in order to see that the change is properly executed in the organization, the key people of the organization who will be the flag bearers, who will be torch bearers, and who will be carrying forward this change implementation should be trained in order to see that they are properly technically equipped to handle the change in the organization and to implement the change in the organization. So this is very important. This is also one of the main key roles, jobs, and duties of a change agent. So the first role, that is key role, that is important in organizational change, is the role of a change agent. Now moving on to the second role, second important role is the support team. As we have said, the change agent will cannot individually implement change in the organization. It requires a support team who will be helping him throughout the complete process of change initiative or change project. Now you'll understand. In many cases, a change project requires specialized expertise and resources. Sometimes when the change project is very technical, it requires specialized expertise and specialized resources in order to execute and implement the change project. For instance, a digital adoption program may require specialized software and digital adoption solutions. Suppose we are trying to incorporate SAP, then we should be having people who will be able to train the key people in the organization in the SAP software, and also see that we have particular digital software or solutions in order to implement SAP in the organization. This has to be done. So there must be a support team, and this is specially required when the change project requires specialized expert and specialized resources. In terms of personnel, change projects may require trainers, subject matter experts, and so forth. So when we are saying that we need a support team, this support team in terms of personnel or human resources, the change projects may require particular trainers who will be training the people in those particular skills that is required for the people. They will train them. So particular trainers who have specialized knowledge, expertise, and experience will be required. Similarly, subject matter experts will be called upon. The subject matter experts will be handling and will be answering all the queries and seeing that the change process is being implemented properly. So this is the support team that is required if you want that the change has to be smoothly and properly implemented in the organization. So this support team is highly essential. So the support team also has certain functions, certain roles, certain jobs. We'll understand how the support team will help the change agent in implementing the change in the organization. First is offer guidance and knowledge. The main role of the support team is to offer guidance and specific expertise, key knowledge, technical knowledge to the change agent and all the various people who are involved in the change initiative. Expert knowledge can help projects avoid pitfalls and produce better results. Because when we are having expertise knowledge in the particular field in which we are implementing change in the organization, we are having expertise, technical knowledge, and guidance, then there are chances that we will not fall into pitfalls, we'll face less obstacles, or even if we face obstacles, we will be able to overcome them. So in order to avoid these pitfalls, in order to avoid or overcome these obstacles and pitfalls, and to ensure that we are getting better results, and to see that the change process is properly implemented in the organization, we require this proper guidance and knowledge. And this guidance and knowledge, technical knowledge will be given by the support team. So this is the key role of the support, one of the key roles of the support team. Second is assist with project planning and implementation. So while the complete process of project planning and implementation is done, the support team will assist the structured change program. The change project planning can depend upon the knowledge of specialists. So when we are having the knowledge of specialists, we will be able to foresee the complete implementation of the change initiative in the organization. We'll be able to understand how the implementation will take place, what are the various places in which we'll face problem, we'll face resistance, how this resistance can be overcome. In the later class, we'll also understand what is resistance to change, and how this resistance to change can be overcome. So all this planning and implementation, this will be much more easier when we have expertise, knowledge of specialists who will be able in assisting to see and help us that we are properly planning and implementing the change initiative in the organization. So this is also very important. So this is also one of the key roles of it or duties of a support team. The third job or role or duty of a support team is to provide tool, techniques and tactics that is required or essential for implementing the change initiative in the organization. Organizational changes often hinge upon specialized technologies, change management tools, or subject matter expertise. Support teams can provide this. So this is very important. So this support team, whenever a change initiative is implemented or started in the organization, this organizational change hinges upon or is dependent upon certain specialized technology, certain changes in technologies is required, certain new technologies has to be introduced. So all organizational changes is hinged upon or based upon or dependent upon certain specialized technologies, certain management tools that is required in order to see that the change initiative is properly implemented in the organization. And also subject matter expertise is required. Subject matter expertise will help us to ensure that we are avoiding these pitfalls. We'll be able to understand what are the various requirements, what are the various tools, techniques and tactics that we are required in order to see that the implementation of the change initiative is done properly. So the support team's role is to provide these tools, the various management tools, the various techniques and the various tactics to see that the change process is implemented in a proper way. So we have studied about two main key roles in organizational change. Please go through the notes. If you are having any problem, no need to panic. We'll ask doubts. If you have any problem, contact me. I will be sending you the notes digitally. Go through the notes. No need to panic. Stay at home. And in the next class, we'll be understanding what are the other four key roles that is important in the organizational change. This this topic is really essential because if we want to actually implement organizational change smoothly, efficiently and effectively, it is required that we understand the key roles and what people will be handling these key roles to see that the change happens seamlessly, smoothly, efficiently and effectively. Okay, so remaining four key roles will be discussed in the next class. And finally, if you have any doubts, as I've said, you can contact me. And finally, Thank you for your attention.